Welcome everybody to the Internet Exclusive. I'm here at a special TT edition, TT bar that is, of the RPW Internet Exclusive. As always, exclusive to RampageProWrestling.net, your number one source for all things RPW. Well, let's talk about what happened this week at Johnny G's. It was Micah Taylor taking on heavyweight champion Murder One, an opportunity that he earned August the 20th at a house show in McDonough, Georgia for Rampage Pro Wrestling. Micah Taylor gave it his absolute all. And whenever Kuntz tried to interfere with the backpack that caused so much severe injury and concussions to Micah Taylor had no part of it. He hit Kuntz, and then he went for Murder One. Unfortunately, the referee saw it and called for the bell. It was a disqualification. Murder One still hangs on to the championship, but here's the good news. Micah Taylor will challenge Murder One in a rematch, but there was going to be a special authority. Nick Patrick going to be the special guest referee in this heavyweight championship matchup. I can't wait, and maybe justice will be served when Nick Patrick is the man standing tall, law and order. How about Ballinger and Ken Magnum challenging for the RPW Tag Team Championships going up against the Cash Vault? Well, it wasn't Frankie Valentine and Kyle Matthews. It was a little bit of a heavier equation, and that of Mr. Jones and Kyle Matthews. You talk about from one dynamic to the next. What a team they had to face, and that of Ballinger and Magnum. And Ballinger and Magnum looked very good for the first time teaming up together. Nailed a couple of great double team maneuvers, but eventually that wasn't enough. I mean, you have to think about it. Mr. Jones and Kyle Matthews have been a formidable team in the past. Well, after all, these two men did walk away still your tag team champions, but Dr. Johnny Gayton got himself in that matchup right after they got the pinfall victory as they continued to beat on Ballinger and Magnum. And Dr. Johnny Gayton got his 2 shots in, as did Colt Derringer to come out after it was a 2-on-1 type of attack on Gayton. Well, this sets up for a tag team championship matchup. Vengeance in the Valley, September 11th, Fort Valley State University. Tag team championships are going to be on the line. Dr. Johnny Gayton takes on, alongside his partner Colt Derringer, the Cash Vault. Now, let's also talk about other action that went down. It was, speaking of Dr. Johnny Gayton, Dr. Gayton taking on Simon Sermon in a one-on-one matchup. This was brutal. Simon tried to take away his hands, his eyesight, the things that contribute to his livelihood. In the end, this turned into a huge melee. All of the RPW roster that has problems with each other going into the Vengeance in the Valley event September 11th. Man, they tore in each other. And that's how we took it off television. But let's not forget what else happened. Rick Michaels took on Colt Derringer in a Texas Bull Rope match. I can't describe the brutality of this matchup. You just have to tune in to our television product. You can check it 4 times a week, and especially here on RampageProWrestling.net. These two men tore in each other. There was blood, there was guts, there was sweat, there was pain, but eventually it was Colt Derringer who walked away with the victory. And leading into Vengeance in the Valley, this can only build up more steam for that championship opportunity that he and Dr. Gayton have. Let's not forget, heavyweight title on the line. Nick Patrick, the special guest referee. Micah Taylor, the challenger. Murder One, the champion. Cruiserweight championship on the line as well. And that's Chip Day versus Adrian Hawkins. Brutal encounter. J-Rod versus Crew Jones. Forgot to tell you, Crew Jones had J-Rod arrested this week at RPW. Well, is that matchup still going to take place, or is J-Rod still in the slammer? We'll find out September 11th at Vengeance in the Valley, Fort Valley State University. Of course, tag team championships on the line as well. That plus Hacksaw Jim Duggan taking on Rob Adonis. All that plus much, much more. I know you're going to enjoy it. Jimmy Ray versus David Young, another exclusive match going to be there. Join me, Tracy Taylor, and all the other great Rampage Pro Wrestling superstars as we present Vengeance in the Valley, September 11th, Fort Valley State University, 7 p.m. bell time. Tickets as low as $5. Don't forget to join us. We'll see you then.